Hi everybody, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
I'm Andy Vota from Sustainability Benefits. We make a green employee benefits platform. Companies use it to engage and retain their current employees, and they use it to tell a great story when they're out recruiting in the world. We're here today because we're looking for customers, we're looking for partners who want to be on our platform, and we're seeking investment. So I'm going to tell you the story of our business in the next 6.5 minutes. So companies of all sorts compete for employees. It's challenging to recruit with the unemployment that we have, the low unemployment, and especially with millennials. So there's a lot of turnover, there's a lot of motion. So companies, smart companies, respond by expanding their benefits offering beyond traditional medical and dental. And so there's a whole category of these benefits focused on sustainability. Now you might be surprised to learn that there's actually a lot of companies that already offer these benefits. Things like helping employees get hybrid or electric cars, make their homes more energy efficient, and so on and so forth. And there's companies that have been doing this for like 20 years. But all the programs are run in-house right now, and there's really nobody serving this market. So we see a big opportunity to do that, and that's why we built Sustainably, which is our green employee benefits platform. Basically, we're a spin-out from VEIC, which is an organization that ran a benefit like this for the past 10 years and has had lowered employee carbon footprints 24% as a result. So we said, hey, there's an opportunity here. Let's build some software, let's put some services together, and let's get out to market, which is exactly what we're doing. So we have a simple online platform for employees, and we take care of all the administrative hassle for employers. So our idea is to make sustainability fun, cool, and accessible for the employees. It's a pretty easy process. This is basically like wellness for sustainability. So instead of getting reimbursed for a gym membership, you're getting reimbursed for solar panels or a car charger or maybe even a farm share. So employees also get a personalized report which helps them understand ways to use their benefit. We've been doing it for about 500 employees currently. It's got high utilization, really high satisfaction, and we have a variety of offerings that kind of meet people all over where they're at. So here are some testimonials from some of the people that use the platform, and we've had pretty good feedback on it. Now for employers, this helps them tell a great story when they're out there recruiting and talking to employees. So basically, they differentiate with this benefit, and they can put this badge on their website that sort of tells the world how they're walking the talk with what they're doing for their employees, and it's been very popular. It's pretty simple for the employer. They basically set an amount that they're willing to fund these reimbursable accounts for employees. They send us a list, and we actually do everything else for them. So, like I said, we pair this with a report, so the employees get a report and the employer gets a report. And this basically helps them hear the voice of their employees, what they think about this stuff, what they think about sustainability, and what kind of actions that they're interested in taking. So this is really valuable data. It's a great story for the companies to tell because, frankly, the combined carbon footprint of all the employees, their transportation, their households is often as equal or larger than the company itself. And so this is for a 300-person service company. You can see the carbon footprint of the employees is over twice that of the company. So here's how the business works. We get paid a couple different ways. We charge for this like a traditional benefit, so it's typically about $4 per employee per month, and that's to administer this. We act like a third-party administrator, and that includes our survey. We also include our survey products separately at $3,200 an instance, and we do that for a handful of companies. We're also generating revenue off the platform through referrals. So here's our current clients. We've been doing this for NRG and VEIC this year. We've added the Richards Group, who's just given us the go-ahead that they want to do this platform with their employees. That's exciting for us because they're a benefits broker themselves. If you go on their website, they've added sustainability benefits as a category, and now they're doing it for their employees. So we couldn't be more excited about that. We're happy to have 7th generation in the city of Fort Collins use our survey, and they're going to continue with it. And then we've launched a couple strategic pilots with Velco and Skinny Pancake to test out a new product with Velco and to get at workers who aren't in an office who are younger with Skinny Pancake. So why do companies do this, okay? Typically, it's because they want to have a great story to tell out in the world. People care about the values of the business. They care about the why they do it, and this is a ready way for companies to do that. We're having the most traction right now with the companies that are actually offering a benefit like this and find it to be a big pain in the neck. So that's where we've had a lot of engagement from those companies who want us to lower their administrative costs, and we're sustainability experts, and they're not typically, and so this is helpful. So how are we getting out to market? So we're going where these kind of businesses already hang out, which is in these associations like benefit corporations, B Corps, 1% for the Planet members. We're also going after companies offering in-house, as I mentioned, and then companies who already compete on benefits. tech companies, associations, and things like that. Finally, we're looking for industry partners. So we've got some, like the Richards Group, who are selling this to their customers. That's a great way for us to get out at scale. We're also looking to expand on that and explore a private labeling option where we can get out to even more customers. So this is our team. Myself and Champlain are full-time on this. Nikki, Nick, and Charlie are part-time. We'd like to expand their roles. We have a lot of expertise on this team in business, sustainability, software development, employee engagement, data analytics, all kinds of stuff. And these are the people who've been running this benefit in-house at VEIC for a number of years. We've really worked out a lot of the kinks in the process. So team has worked together for a while on other work. Some of us have known each other for decades. Nikki and I went to college together. So we're strong and very committed. So here's how we're doing. We'll spend about $300,000 this year to earn about $50,000 in revenue. Only about 15% of our spend so far has been on software development. The rest has been getting our sales and marketing program up and running, just doing the operation itself, and just fundraising, frankly. That's what we're looking at. How many in time? 2 minutes, perfect. Okay, great. And this is what we see the outlook from next year and beyond. So we're going to start we'll start January of this year with somewhere around 900 employees on our platform, and we're looking to really scale that over the course of the year. Benefit sales cycle is long, so you have to sell all year. Decisions are made in the fall, rolled out in open enrollment, and they launch Jan 1. So we're targeting January 1st of 2019 is where we really flip from losing money to making money. And we've built a lot of systems to do this very efficiently at scale from the get-go, so that you can see that we're trying to maintain our costs low as we increase the number of companies we serve. We're really a software as a service platform at our core. So let's talk about investment. We're a C corporation. We're a for-profit Vermont C Corp. We're wholly owned by VEIC, who has funded this to date and owns it completely right now. We're raising $250,000 in convertible debt. We're going to use that money to expand our sales and marketing. We need to hire more salespeople, and we really need to get out to the conferences and trade shows where the sustainability and HR directors are, and where some of these business partners are as well. After that, we're looking at a $750,000 qualified equity raise in next year after the convertible, and again, to sort of double down on that. Finally, we have a lot of aspirations around product development. My background is 15 years in software, and I'm looking at a lot of ways that we can lower the cost to companies, increase the revenue that we can generate from the commerce that's happening on our platform. Competition, in short, it's very limited to none. We've got great feedback from the customers that we're serving. They love how we take their hassles away. Radiant NRG says this has really been a big help to them. Chris Lyon at 7th Generation says we have cutting-edge stuff, and he's really impressed with what we're doing. So that's where we're at. So thank you for your time today. Again, we're here because we're looking for customers, partners, and investment. Thank you.
All right, questions? Who wants to start and ask Scott? Oh my God, Scott, you actually do have a girlfriend. For 2 years, you've been telling us about Susan, and you finally brought her. Okay, go. You can start the clock now.
I can't ask my question properly. You mentioned that part of the appeal is it's a pain in the butt for employers to do it in-house.
Yep.
Does size matter when it comes to that? I mean, I can see for a smaller employer, it's a real pain in the butt. But for a larger employer, it might make sense. And if you thought of maybe like private labeling your software for bigger companies. Thanks.
Yes. So I think that there's some truth to that larger employers have been doing it in-house and can handle that. I think what we bring to the table is we have the advantage of working with lots of companies and being on the cutting edge of what's the new research, what are the new things that are going to help people lower their carbon footprints, what are the new cool products that are on the market that because we're in the industry, and this is what we do all day, every day, we can offer a better product there, but that's definitely a concern that we're addressing. The other thing is private labeling, I think, is a big opportunity for us, and one of the things that we're looking to do with investment is to get out and make more inroads into the benefits community, because that's a whole big industry, and we just haven't had the money to get to the conferences and do all that. We come from sustainability, and so we've been working that angle, and that's the next frontier for us. Thank you.
Arrigo.
I don't have any girlfriend. I don't know why. I have a wife. I like your proposal. I work in HR. The problem here is how many platforms they are. Employees are confused with platform on wellness and performance management and self-service and everything. So to me, the secret for you would be try to integrate that in some of these platforms.
Yeah, we're really, thank you, that's a great point. And that's really about platform fatigue from employees and employers. And so I think we have a little bit of special sauce around the sustainability, about the measurement, about the tools we've developed. And I think we're really trying not to be everything to everyone, but really focus on that. And I think the key for scale to us is to distill that down and then get access to the larger platforms, the larger companies where we can distribute that. So we're kind of doing what we can do right now, which is to get out there. And but that is definitely a pathway for us that we're exploring. Thank you.
Interesting concept, and I'm with him in the respects of multiple platforms that our employees and employers have to connect up with. In the quick roll through of your financials, I'm curious what really comprised of your cost of goods sold, because I wouldn't imagine you had any, but it was certainly a significant line on your financials.
Yeah. So basically, we're a third-party administrator, and we're actually helping employees. So we have people that are answering the phone when an employee has a question, say, hey, I want to go solar, I don't know what to do, and we're processing the claim. So if you say, hey, I bought this electric bike, here's my receipt, we look at that and make sure that it's actually legit. So there's like hosting and sort of the basic, the software systems that we use to run it, but it's some labor associated with our call center and our processing staff. And we can process claims in about a minute a piece now. We've gotten that very efficient, but that's the biggest driver is hosting costs, which as we get more and more employees, that scales, and then just the staffing that we need to serve the larger volumes of employees.
Very interesting. I remember you were out in the islands, right? It was interesting then, and it's interesting now. Question, it seemed one of your biggest competition is the fact that most companies have a kind of a fixed idea of what they can allocate to employee benefits, and you've got things like healthcare, which are pretty high priority, going through the roof in most cases. And so my question is, at this point, what does your pipeline look like for this year's sign-up season? How many do you expect to close? Yep. And then what would be your break-even in an average size account when you in 2019?
Got it. Thanks. Great question. So the uncertainty and the cost increases around healthcare are the biggest downside to this right now. So I think we have something that's really innovative. It reflects what millennials want. It's sort of the next emerging thing. That's great. The big headwind that we're facing is these costs. So the way that we've gone at it is to basically ask companies to look at their existing benefits, ask them if it reflects what their employees want, and consider the same spend. Our administrative cost is actually pretty low relative to what it takes to fund the benefit, and to expand their wellness offering to say it's not just a gym membership, this is for the sort of extras above medical and dental, and give people more choices and say it's not just for gym membership, you can do all this sustainability stuff too. So we have a pretty good pipeline of probably around $350,000 of proposals and other stuff out there. We're forecasting something like 186, I think, for next year. So it's basically, we will close some stuff this fall that'll get us to about 1,000 employees, and then we sell all year long. We have a setup fee and an ongoing, and so we hit a lot of the setups throughout 2018, and then we really hit the larger monthly recurring revenue that kicks in on 1/1/19.
Not employees.
Sure. Let me show you. So we're forecasting about 10,000 employees, and it's a guess as to how many accounts that will be. I put a proposal out to a company with 10,000 employees or 1,000 employees, but I'm playing a lot of small ball right now with companies 50, 100, 300. So I think it's going to be a mix, honestly. We want to move towards the larger companies, but I think that it's probably going to be dozens. This would be my guess. Thank you for your questions. They're really helpful.
Judy.
Hi. First of all, really nice presentation, very prepared. So thank you. Also, thank you for being a benefit corp. Two questions.
We're not yet, but we want to get there.
You're not.
Yeah, but we
But
want
it said that was your tax.
No, we're a C corp, but we actually would have become a benefit corp.
So you're not. And are you part of B Corporation? That was the second.
No,
Did you join?
I cut you off, or is that your whole question?
It's that, and then also one of our questions on our forms that other people don't have the privy to see is a problem or need. And my question to you is, do you think you're solving a problem for the employees or the employer?
Okay. So let me start with the B Corporation question first. So we initially incorporated as a C Corp, but we really see our market as benefit corporations, and so we're in the process of exploring becoming a benefit corporation in Vermont, which will then allow us to apply to become a certified B Corp. So there you have to be the legal status to get the certification. That'll get us access to a big market, like 7 gens of B Corp, a lot of our official clients. So C Corp now, going to B Corp. The second question is, are we solving a problem for employers and employees? The answer is both. The employers pay the money though, so we're solving their problem is the one I'm sort of focused on most today, and it's really a story about recruiting, retaining, and engaging employees and lowering those costs and having a modern benefits package that reflects kind of where the world is going versus where the world has been. It kind of builds on the growth of wellness and the success companies have had with competing with varied and interesting benefits and going in that direction.
I think we're out of time, Andy.
Thank you very much.